What's up, guys? It's Johnny B. Doing few things that are kind of new. I'm actually recording with my built-in mic in my laptop, my MacBook right now, and you guys are seeing some NBA 2K10. And the second half of this video was the NBA 2K11 demo. I wanted to do a little bit of a kind of comparison between both of them, kind of get my feelings on it, what I think is kind of improved and so far, and what could be improved. So I'm actually a really big basketball fan. I'm a big Chicago Bulls fan. I wish I could say that I've been with them, since my entire life, since the Jordan era. But unfortunately, I can't say that. After the Jordan era, I did. I watched some basketball, but I didn't really follow the Bulls anymore because there was no Jordan, and I just didn't really care at this point too much. In 2005, when they started making their comeback, I did actually start watching them again, and I was excited, and I was hoping this is fun. This is actually getting fun to watch again. So I've been with them since, and I've loved the additions they've done, and some of the additions they haven't done. But I'm excited for this season. Derrick Rose, our point guard, right here from Chicago, is actually he's improved us so much. He's getting better every time I see him on TV. So I'm excited. We have Joakim still. Love him. Great, great hustle players like Dennis Rodman. We can't find many players like that. The addition this year of signing Carlos Boozer, I think from him being an all-star, and seeing him, I think he's gonna make the transition just so perfectly because he's gonna go from one great point guard over from Utah and Darren Williams, guy from Illini, and transition here to Chicago with Derrick Rose, who's another great point guard, and he still has his stock is just rising every day. He's getting better and better, day in day out, and this season is going to be exciting. I don't really want to bring it up, but I kind of want to. But the Carmelo Anthony kind of talk that's going on, that he's could possibly go to the Chicago Bulls if they trade Joakim Noah. I honestly think they shouldn't. I love Noah. I mean, it's hard to find those type of hustle players in the NBA anymore, and it's him from Carmelo Anthony, a scorer. I mean, it's kind of a toss-up. I mean, you really you give up a hustle player for a scorer. It's kind of hard to do that. In my mind, it's kind of hard to do that because I mean, Derrick Rose and Carlos Boozer together, they can put up the numbers that Anthony could put up. Whether they do it alone or they combine their scores. I mean, if you lose a guy like Joakim Noah, you lose maybe a guy that can go at least, grab you like 10 rebounds and maybe 3 blocks a game. So that's kind of something that's going to hurt you. Now the gameplay, this is what you're first seeing is 2K10. I made a little title on it. And this is just, there's really nothing to talk about. It's kind of just detrimental here. It's kind of just basic kind of gameplay. The only thing I did was I changed the sliders, but it's more tuned for the association, which is kind of a season. You play through a season, and with my sliders, it progressively makes it, interesting, because if a guy is flat out hot in a game, he's gonna be flat out hot in that game. Maybe carry on to 2 or 3 more games after that. If a guy's just flat out just can't shoot, can't score, or can't do anything, then, the same thing. It might go on for another game or 2, but it's more my sliders kind of tune the game to having, this guy can be hot for this long, but at some point when he starts shooting bad, he's probably not going to be doing too well. So that first video, or half the video, you just see me just taking shots because it doesn't really work too well with the exhibition unless I ramp the difficulty up, because it just becomes like a shooting, just shoot around basically. So that's kind of thing. Just don't say that like this, I'm that good. I'm just making shots like nobody's business or anything. So don't think that. Now here's the 2K11 demo, and I want to say that they're just right now everything seems great. Graphics have improved even more, and I'm surprised by that actually. But they're just little minimal things that kind of just caught my eye, and I'm just like, well, that's new. That's like, whoa, wait a minute. Like they have they have a fake pass now, which is maybe something that's gonna be more for online play. You're playing against someone's like I'm gonna fake pass this guy and fake him out, and just like I'm actually gonna pass this guy, not and whatnot or whatever. So it'll be interesting how that actually plays in. Whether I don't know if that really affects the computers too much, like when you play the computer, or if that is more something for the online experience. So see how that goes. Um, when I had the controller in my hand and I was playing this demo, compared to 2K10, I felt like I don't know. I felt like the players had more weight and they're more weighty. Like if you're a point guard, you're gonna run faster than a big man unless he's a really athletic big man. But it just felt like even some of the smaller guys, they felt they had more weight and they felt more controlled than before. So it was like, well, these guys feel a little bit more weighty. These guys aren't like kind of like a cartoony or arcadey kind of effect. They felt like these guys feel like they're actually, or at least to me when I'm playing, like I'm moving these guys. They feel like I'm really actually trying to move them rather than just like, oh, he's just moving to the basket now. And it made it a little bit harder to actually get around people. And on top of trying to get around people, they now added in new, I guess, ISO motion moves, which are kind of like, setup moves, kind of like between the legs, behind the backs kind of thing, or kind of step backs, and before you do like a attack the basket kind of thing, or something like that. So there is somewhere in here in the game that I did do it. So you find that I did like a little behind the back or something. So it's like it's a one-on-one. It's kind of like a post-up move, but it really isn't. It's kind of like I do a move to kind of set myself up before I try and either take a pull-up jumper or attack the basket for a dunk or a layup. So I mean, they're just doing little tweaks to this game that kind of just make every time just make it a little better and better. I mean, would I like to see a drastic change? Yeah, but I also think that if they make it too drastic, it hurts them because maybe you try and do something completely out of the ordinary, and maybe it fails. So it's gonna be. I mean, the little minimal things they do every year keeps me interested. So like now this year, like they've done little minimal things with the gameplay, but what I think is gonna still make them number one is Michael Jordan is coming back. He's coming back to video games finally. This is the first, I believe, this is the first video game he's gonna be in a long time. Last time I remember he was in a game was I think NBA Street Volume 2 on the PS2. That was the last time I think I remember him being in a game. So this is gonna be awesome. Jordan's my idol when it comes to basketball. So it's gonna be awesome to actually finally actually get to play as him. And what is gonna be cool is not only are there gonna be these like awesome, legendary Bulls teams and legendary like Lakers and all these other legendary teams that have played. 2K has done their own thing with Jordan. They're making the Jordan Challenge, and I believe it takes 10 of his greatest performances, 10 of his best moments in basketball and the NBA mainly with the Chicago Bulls, and you actually get to relive them. You have to try and relive those classic moments. Like the one I'm excited for is the the flu game, where he had a stomach flu, and he played phenomenally. I forget the numbers, but I think he had like 40 points or something, which is ridiculous. So those are the things, aside from like maybe a commentary, where I'll probably do a review of this. I think I could do montage kind of things, or I can do what is it? I might do I don't know what else I could do, but just I might do I'll do the Jordan challenges, and I'll actually capture those and actually give those to you guys, and you can see me try and reenact some of his greatest moments. So on top of that, this video is wrapping up, and guys, I want to say thank you again for watching. Please remember to check out other videos that I have been doing. I put a lot of work into these, so please, it's appreciative to you guys to watch these. Later.